There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live composing show. My microphone was not on, and that was awkward, but you're here. Welcome. Hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday. I do not usually have streams on Tuesdays, but this was a rare opportunity where the family, or most of the family, is actually out of the house, which is where my home studio is for the time being. And so I got to take advantage of that opportunity. Usually this is at Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard, but every once in a while, the stars align and some opportunities open up to do a stream on a different time, different day, which definitely helps with the schedule. So hope that's okay. And what I've learned from doing this stream for almost 2 years now, consecutively every single week, is as much fun as it is to stay at a consistent time every single week because the same people can be there. That also means that there's a lot of people who can't be there because it doesn't work for their time to be live. So I hope that anytime I change up the time of the stream, that allows some other people that don't normally get to be a part of the live stream, they get to be a part. So if you're here, say hi. And I would love to say hello back. So what's up, Eric, Chu, DDRGT, and several others that need to say hi because they're just lurking. No lurkers allowed. Got to say hi if you're here. We got Samuel. What's up? I'm so glad you guys are here. So today we're going to be tackling a very fun subject. This is going to be my very first time ever writing a Nintendo Wii piece of music. I've dabbled in a lot of consoles over the years. I've certainly played a lot of consoles over the years, but today I'm continuing the legacy. The ultimate goal is to have a stream like this for every major video game console in history. And I've certainly amassed the samples to do that. It's just a matter of time and doing a million of these streams because there's a lot of console generations. And I'll give you a quick little sneak peek into my database because that's half the fun of doing streams, is getting to have a little bit more casual conversations with you guys. If you haven't heard my story about my retro VGM database yet, what's up, Sammy? Glad you're here. If you haven't heard that story, I did a stream back in January where I really went into a deep dive into all these different samples that I've collected, and I've gone through this laborious process. It took me about 30-something hours, which was way less than I thought it would be. It took me about 30-something hours to find and track down all of the retro VGM samples and actually accumulate them in a legal way by buying the original sample libraries and CD-ROMs and all these things. But what I did is in that process, I created this really beautiful one folder in Contact in my quick load. This is the whole purpose. It was a lot of work to make it look really simple. But over here, I click VGM, and then I have it divided by console generation. So I have 3rd gen, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. And so you'll notice it's sorted by games. It's sorted by consoles. So if you want to go to the 4th generation, you can go to SNES, the SNES, and you can see all the different games, all these classic games. And sorry for the whiplash of the mouse there, but you can see like Earthbound. I have original samples from that game, and they're all custom Contact instruments. So literally when I pull that sucker up, it is 7 megabytes big. They're all 7 megabytes because I sampled them myself. And if I turn on my plugin, which I should have done before the stream, and go over here back to my Contact, and I start playing. Oops. How did that happen? I know what happened. Sorry guys. I'm silly. I'm so silly. I'm literally trying to load Contact while I have a DAW open. That's not going to work. Let me try that again. So if I go over here to my VGM folder, let's do that again. 4th gen, SNES, Earthbound, boom. I can load any of these sounds. Let's try again. Fantasia. Let's actually pick one that we all know. The organ. Organ 4. This is straight up the hotel. Right? That's the sound that was used. And the reason I know that is there are people way smarter than me who have already done the legwork, people who like to hack ROMs and that kind of stuff, who have gone through the original ROMs of all of these ancient games. and they've actually found the original sound, and they've been able to match it based on the file name of that sound. They've been able to match it to the actual sample sources for all of these instruments. So we're talking things like Omnisphere, talking things like the M1, which is an old Korg synthesizer, things like the Roland Sound Canvas, which was a MIDI hardware rompler, which I actually owned for a little while just to play with it a couple months ago. And the idea is these sounds come from these original sources, and the reason that I'm able to use these in a legal commercial way is because I own the original sound sources, and all I did was I extracted the exact samples from the games that I wanted to extract from, and then created my own contact instruments and then sorted them all in this beautiful folder collection. So I've made it really easy. I wish there was a world that I could like sell this to you, that you could have this crazy, awesome resource, but there's just no legal way of doing that without having all the licensing rights from all of these companies, which is just a nightmare, and that's never going to happen. So instead, I can show you how to do it. And for today's purposes, I'm not going to be hanging out in the SNES folder. I'm going to be hanging out down here in the 7th gen. I haven't done the Wii yet. So over here are the specific games that I've tracked down samples for. Castlevania Judgment, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Kirby Adventure Wii, Mario Kart Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Sonic Colors, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Super Paper Mario, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, WarioWare Smooth Moves, Wii Fit Plus, Wii Sports Resort, and Xenoblade Chronicles. So that's my palette that I'm able to use today if I really want authentic samples. And there's hundreds to work with here. So it's I won't even touch half of these today. But that is the power of having a really organized database. So I hope that this is, I can get all the nerd stuff out of the way. So now we can actually write music. And for inspiration today, I want to write authentic Wii music using these samples. And really, I could write whatever I want, but I specifically wanted to score a clip from a well-known, super popular game from that era, Super Mario Galaxy. And since I write music for 2D adventure games, platformers included, I wanted to grab a 2D clip from the game. And so I actually found this little puzzle moment where Mario is jumping on all these flags. He's getting coins, and the purpose is to collect all these little star fragments. That way, once you collect them all in this beautiful little world, once you collect them all, a star appears, and then you can jump into that and shoot over to, back to the 3D portion of the game. But I really wanted to focus on this, and the way that the game handles it is it actually uses very ambient music for these puzzle moments. And they use a lot of synths, and actually have a lot of the original samples from those synths, because otherwise the game uses a lot of live orchestral music, which obviously I can't possibly emulate, nor do I want to, because I want to stay in the retro style. But let me play just a couple of seconds from the original clip. So you can hear how it's like these little synths, boop, 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 right? And it's just modulating. Throws a little bit of sample strings in there. So there you go. That's how it sounds. So obviously it's a very cutesy sound with all the sound design, and it's Mario, so it's going to have a very colorful feeling to it. But I love the direction they took in this game by using synths to help make these more ambient puzzle moments. So I want to lean more heavily into that side of things. And I'm excited what we're going to create here together. And a quick shout out to all the guys in the chat right now who are actually part of the VGM Alliance, the Video Game Music Alliance. It's a new community that I started back in January, and it is for anyone that is aspiring to be a professional video game composer. The whole purpose behind it is we focus on the 4 pillars of what it means to actually build a career in this business. So that means we focus on music composition, music production, music technology, and music business, all specifically within the video game space. Very highly specialized types of conversations about samples we use, about the DAWs we use, about DAWs we use, about the different plugins, about the different writing styles, about how to sound like different composers, obviously all the business side of the contracts and the invoicing, how to get more gigs, and all the things that come with establishing your own sound within this game industry, and how to stand out above the crowd and make a name for yourself and actually earn some real money doing this. So if that sounds interesting to you, we only open up a few times per year. So it's actually currently open right now this week, and there's a 3-day free trial if you want to check that out. I'm actually going to pop that into the live chat real quick. And a lot of the guys in the chat right now are actually a part of that group, so you guys can give a little shout out. So videogamemusicalliance.com. Come join us. Have a blast. And it's highly exclusive for a reason. I close the doors on the group for a reason, because I've noticed, I've been part of groups in the past, that the ones that are exclusive, those are the real deal people that are not flaky. They're actually going to get their crap done. They're going to do what they say they're going to do. And they're all the most passionate, most energized people in the world, because they're people who sign up to actually get stuff done. And they're not just the lurkers who are kind of hanging out and trying to leech off other people. Nope. These are the people who are actually involved. They're posting, they're asking questions, they're doing assignments, they're writing music, they're making money, they're actually doing it. So, I'll shut up about that. But if anybody in the chat wants to say anything, I appreciate you guys being here and highly supportive. And it's been a super cool group so far. And I'm really excited for where we're going from here. But the doors close this Friday evening. So if that's something you're interested in, don't wait. Come check it out. Come do the 3-day free trial. And if you're not interested, don't stick around, and you don't have to waste any money, because it is a waste of money if you're not interested. But if you are interested, then it's an incredible investment into your future and into yourself. So anyway, shout out VGMA fam. That's right, Eric. And Eric is one of our new members. And Sammy, man, so glad you guys are here. So let's write some Wii music, shall we? And I also wanted to say, since Daniel in the chat mentioned he's super interested to see how I actually go about getting the samples exactly. As part of the VGMA, I actually I create masterclass videos, and I also partner with other VGM professionals who are experts at things that I'm not, and they create videos, and I'm super excited about what's on the slate for this year. But one of the videos I'll be making soon is going to be that exact process of how I went through, found the original sample sources, went through the context conversion process, created these samples, and how I organized them. It's very techy, it's very nerdy. Not everyone's going to be interested in that, but that's something that I want to make available. And for me, it doesn't feel right to make that a YouTube video. That needs to be like a specialized thing, because that's only going to serve a handful of people that really care. But if you care about that, come join the group, come be a part of that crazy conversation amongst all the other things we talk about. So anyway, back to Mario, because Mario is awesome. And I have to point out a couple new fun things behind me. I'm shocked no one's mentioned it. So we got Mario back here. He's been the staple of the studio ever since its inception 8 years ago. He's been in every format of every studio. But some things have changed around him. We got a Game Boy Color up there. We got an original Super Nintendo, a Game Gear, and some Monster Sanctuary paraphernalia. And actually this one, if you guys remember, this was a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. I don't remember, but my wife did this sucker right here. She actually cross-stitched that. It's crazy. It's all 4 of the spectral monsters that you get to choose from at the beginning of the game, kind of like Pokemon. But anyway, let's jump in. Enough talking, more writing. I'm pumped. So right before the stream started, I opened up my contact. I went to the Super Mario Galaxy 2 folder and found this Pro Dino EP. So this is an electric piano. And this is the most Super Mario Galaxy thing I've ever heard. And immediately it makes me think of this type of like planing. So I kind of want that, the boops, the boop, 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 boop. And there's some synths I can do that with, but I think electric piano is very calm and ambient. I'm thinking of doing like a 4 suspended chord, which right now it's just an A, D, E. You could put anything in the bass. And then just move that. It's called planing in music composition, when you take a shape and just move it up or down. It's a very Japanese way of writing, by the way. It's based on quartal harmony, fourths, instead of tertiary harmony, which is thirds, or quintal harmony, which is fifths, which is thirds and fifths are very American Western. If you want to sound like Japanese, use fourths. I like that as a starting point. So let's find a tempo. Maybe some kind of synth. Boopy boop. Boop boop. That's a technical term. Boop 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 boop. Boom 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 bum 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 bum. Or like a pizzicato. Let's see. What's a good tempo for that? Let's do 4/4 time. Let's pick on, I don't know, is that 90? Sounds about 90. Oh, that's way faster than I thought. 70. Boom, 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 bum. Boom, boom, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, maybe even 66. That sounds good. I'll usually like to move my clip over. Let's create a little marker track to keep some kind of sanity and organization to our lives here. So I like to color all of my markers gold so I can't miss them. I'm going to call this negative, just kind of like a placeholder. And then I'll call this in. That's my in point, and I can set my looper bar. Let's cover the whole track. And I recorded about a minute and a half of footage. Yeah, before he moves on to the next area. So that'd be a good loop point for the track, maybe right about there. I could tweak that as needed. It's about a minute and a half track. And then let's just kind of get the basics. And Sam, I'll just call you Sam in the chat. I'll get to that in a second. Good question. Then modulate. Let's see. Before I record it, let me slap on a stereo delay over here in my left screen, my mixer window. And I'd like to do, stereo delay is a beautiful thing if you want to fill some space without having to actually play the notes. Yeah, it's very spacey. Maybe even like a quarter note, eighth note. Boom, boom. Modulate. See how it kind of bounces back and forth, ping pong style. Let's make those maybe 25% so it's not so in our face. But notice that I chose 2 delays. An eighth note on the left side of the ears and a quarter note on the right side. That way it's like a ping pong, bong, 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 bong. And I only have to play 2 repetitions. And just let the delay fade out. Then change. I think planing is going to be the right technique for Mario. Because it doesn't really have much of an emotion to it. It's kind of melancholy in the middle, not happy, not sad, but bright, not dark. That's the advantage to planing. So here we go, 4-bar free. Modulate up. me, it's kind of like the sound of stars, I guess. I want to take one more pass at that because I actually want to physically play loud, less, less, less. Each of the 4 repetitions, I want to manually make it less, so I don't have to automate anything later. Here we go. Loud, less. So I'm actually decaying with my hands. Move. Back up. It's kind of like an artificial delay with my hands, and they go up. Cool, I like that. Okay, Sam in the chat says, Steven, do you think it's possible to start getting into business on an extremely low budget for only a laptop to produce? Not really for money, just for starting composing full time. 100,000% yes. So I won't go into my entire backstory because I have plenty of videos that have gone into that and interviews and such. If you really care, you can look me up on YouTube and find all my backstory. But I started off with absolutely nothing. I had a laptop, really, really bad laptop, and even by 2005 standard, it was pretty bad. Whenever that year was, when I really started doing professional things. So I wrote my very first game, my very first feature film, very first everything, all of my original tracks, like my first 1 to 200 pieces of music were all in this thing, using absolutely free software, free plugins, everything I get my hands on to like make music. And I distinctly remember the first thing, like it was a Christmas gift from my parents, thankfully, but I got my first like sample libraries from East West Play, the Symphonic Orchestra, Silver, the cheapest thing you could possibly get that actually sounded decent, and how it was blowing up my computer because I didn't have enough RAM, I didn't have memory or anything to actually write this stuff. And so yes, 100%, you can do this. But the good thing is I made way more money, which at that time was hundreds of dollars, maybe a couple thousand, doing this craft when I was like, I was still making way more than the tiny amount of investment I put into it. And part of my story is I actually used that first couple grand or so to actually invest back into a better computer to actually do this better. So that's always been my life mantra, is to always reinvest back into the business. Not everything. You got to keep some profit to live life, but I've always kept a portion of income set aside to then upgrade the craft, upgrade my knowledge, upgrade my skill set, upgrade my opportunities, upgrade the physical studio gear, everything, right? To be able to hire on people. This is how you grow anything. You start by yourself, and then you earn some money, and then you set some aside, and you grow slowly over time. And here we are. Matt asks, do I cover orchestration in the community? I don't know if we've hit anything on orchestration yet, but we certainly can. That is obviously a part of the production side of things. So Matt, maybe by you joining, that will be the entrance. I mean, this is all very new. It's kind of it's a hybrid of me teaching what I think you guys need to know in order to be successful in the industry. It's a hybrid of that and people just constantly asking questions and us kind of exploring answers together. So I think you got to have both. You have to have a mentorship type thing, and you also have to have Q&A and lots of diving into those questions. And that's what makes it organic, and that's what makes it a community, because at the end of the day, I don't know everything, and I don't need to know everything. There's a really cool thing that happens when you get a bunch of like passionate people together. Like, people just figure stuff out. It's amazing. Anyway, let's get these little synth things figured out. All right, these are the 16th notes. Cool. Now we need some kind of bass action. So let's open that up. Something that's going to kind of carry this through on the bottom end. Let's go back to those same folders. What is this? Wii. This is Wii. Let's find something in that Mario land that can cover the bass. Electric bass. Cool. Ooh, CJ Shrimpy asks a loaded question. What's your favorite game soundtrack of all time? Oh my Lord, have mercy. There's too many to count, but I had to pick one right now that like surpasses them all. Ooh, that's a tough one. Dang. It's between I don't know. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy Tactics, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Earthbound. Those are like some of my favorites. Donkey Kong 2, come on. He's gonna say 2 Xanderkind. The bass cover, no one knew they needed. I don't have enough room. Anyway, see, I knew it. You guys get me off track. You get me off track. Yeah, Final Fantasy X has a very special place in my heart. I like that note. I don't like that instrument. I need something softer. Excuse me. What's going to happen if I... Let's pick on this. I love the sound of strings for the GameCube and the Wii. A lot of cool sounds from the Mario series. That one's called String Slap. I like that a lot, actually. The thing about Mario games is that they always have an eclectic sound, something that's unusual that helps to make it stand out. And anytime you can find that in your music. I'm just totally guessing on pitch because this is an atonal. Cool. Cool. Something like that. It's kind of like a drum. These pitches are all over the place. Yeah, I like that. So these are all 16th notes. Let's have some fun, because they had effects back then. Let's play with the effects. That had really cool, unexpected effects, don't you think? So these are string slaps, but they've really become like drums. And that was from New Super Mario Bros. That was unexpected. Cool. Let's keep going. Creates a pulse with all the delays. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see what else we can find. What other little treasures in our archive of endless game music from all the eras. Wah. Let's keep poking on. This needs something shiny, something bright. Probably in the synth world. Let's see what they used here. So here's the pizzicato section from Super Mario Galaxy 2. Hey, same composer. Yoshi's Island, anybody? Actually, Yoshi's Story, that's N64. So good. Oh, like these ancient pits, just string sounds are so good still. Aw. Sorry you weren't notified, Michael. We got to turn the little bell icon on. I don't know why that works, but it works for me. The arpeggio. Pardon me one moment. My pedal decided to no longer be at my foot, so don't go anywhere. Okie dokie. Crisis averted. Pedal is back. There's our interlude for the day. All right. Excuse me, got a little cough today. It's nasty down here in Georgia. Like bad cold weather. Ugh. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Cool. And then I'll just let that ride. And that could almost be its own little loop. There's enough content there. But we'll see about that. For now, I just want to copy what we do have. Put my grid back to normal. Let's do this. Just doing some markers. A1, A2. Yeah, Taro, welcome to the stream. This was a surprise change in schedule this week. I don't like doing that to you guys, but sometimes it's super helpful with family schedule to move some things around. So now we really got to fill in that synthy space. Not that we're trying to copy Mario, but it needs, that's part of the identity. That spacey sound. So let's see what we can find from that game or other games of that era that really hit on the synth side of things. What do we have? What's this? This is the Orc Perk Kit from Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, Michael, this is for inspiration's sake, but I am doing authentic Wii music. Ugh, no bueno. Here's the piano. Nah. I want some synth, man. Oh, nice. That's from Super Paper Mario. The cat. How wonderful. I have almost everything you could ever imagine from Super Smash. So maybe there's a... but I want to start... New Super Mario Brothers Wii is probably the better place to start. I'm looking for like some basic synths. I'm not even seeing any. I have a lot from the SNES era. I didn't work as hard to get the Wii stuff. I have a lot of GameCube stuff. Here's from Skyward Sword. Maybe this would be... It's called the Cat Lead. What's up, Arfo? Really going for the boopy boops kind of synths. Let's see what game would have something like that I actually have. Mario Kart, surely. So here's Mario Kart Wii. Oh, there we go. It's Super Mario. There it is. There's the boops. This is called a lead load. So if you're looking for this patch, Mario Kart Wii. How much did the library cost? I don't know. $2,000, $3,000 to actually make all these. I'm not expecting anyone to actually go and do this. I went crazy. I also already had a lot of these plugins. When I say I have 8 generations worth of video game console games, that's over 100 games that I've done this for. I'll show you because this question keeps coming up. Let me open up my... Where is it? Where did I put all this stuff? I think over here. I have to find the folder. Give me a second. It's all tucked away. Is it here? Bum, 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 bum. Let me find it. It's a blank screen for a second. I have to dig through my files. I think it's this one. Okay, here it is. Cool. Retro VGM samples. Okay, here we go. It's going to be small, but these are the original sample sources, if you care. East, West, those different libraries. UVI has a lot, like Emulation 2. There's the Emu Proteus series, which has a ton of video game stuff. Proteus 2000, the UVI Darklight, Damage, Sample Tank has a ton. Envision, Korg has a ton. So the M1, the Monopoly, Triton, Wave Station, the Kurzweil series, the Native Instruments has a bunch of stuff. The OMI Universe of Sounds, Poking the Ear with a Sharp Stick. It's a lot of Zelda stuff. The Roland D50, the Roland Sound Canvas, a lot of stuff from Omnisphere, Spectratronics. The Yamaha DX7 is the UVI DX1, and Zero G Ethnic Flavors. And that's as far as I've gotten so far, but that alone is already like 6,000 patches. It's insane. I mean, that's a lot of work to get that far. So again, I'll do a deeper dive to show you some of the nuts and bolts, but that'll take me hours, and I don't want to do that right now. So yes, it's all custom. But I turned individually every one of these into Contact patches for my favorite games. And so these are the authentic sounds that are used in those games. And it's awesome because it's like high quality Wii. It sounds like the Wii Shop, doesn't it? I like that. That's the most Mario thing I've ever heard. Like new Mario. And this is the era that it all started. Okay, I want to play around with some delay on this. That could be cool. That's kind of the sound of the game. I like that. It's just too much feedback. I'm going to go back to 25%. And the feedback is this part. So it's not so extreme. There we go. That might work. What do you think? That's so spot on. Come on. Don't tell me that doesn't sound like Mario. Maybe without the whiny. It works. It works. Yeah, that's very Chrono Trigger. That's a cool sound, and it could totally be used as a lead, but I like it more as the boops, boop, 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 which is super Wii era stuff. Yeah, that's good. So it's totally a good time for some kind of melody or something. Maybe strings if we're going to really stay in the vibe of Mario. Strings, or maybe like a bell-like instrument. I mean, there's a lot I could choose from. Let's keep playing in this world. This is fun. What would be another good addition? I might stay in the Mario Kart lane because there's just so much from that. I freaking love Mario Kart music. I'm just making up stuff, but Mario Kart is actually all about how many major chords can you throw into a piece of music, and it's incredible. The compositions are incredible. And by putting two major chords on top of each other, it actually creates a lot of dissonance. I'm just making up an imaginary one, but whatever. That's another track for another day, but it's just so back to our track for the day. It's kind of so many good things to choose from. Cool. Yes, Michael, I've definitely used Family Tracker. I just don't love it. I don't love trackers. I keep working with MIDI whenever I can. There it is. That's another. Oh, there's actually two really good ones here. These are very Mario instruments. minute. That's basically all the track needs to be. Celesta in here. Gorgeous. Yeah. Then it loops. Oops, let's find the loop point. I think that's all it needs to be. It's a minute track. Why not? You could certainly develop it more, but there's really no point. It's exactly 1 minute long, too. It's very Mario. It really is. Try to keep it open voicing. But curiously, these samples are not long enough. Maybe they don't have a loop point. So let me show you how to do a loop in Contact if that matters to you. You just select everything like this. One second, let me zoom out. So I'm going to be looping this one. Oy vey. It's been a minute since I've... Is that it? Select all? Okay, cool. Alright, so here's the sample that I'm editing. And I just need to create a loop point. So I'm going to hit the number 1. Loop start. Make a crossfade. Like that. Make it a longer crossfade. If you want it to be a little more dynamic. And then all I do is right click that individual sample up here. And do batch tools, apply crossfade. Oh, where is it? There's a tool for this. There's a copy. Where are you? Maybe, oh, it's this little cogwheel. To all selected zones, copy current zone loops settings. And then you hit OK, give it a second. And then it's going to copy a loop into all of the samples. So I didn't go through the process of looping every single patch. So that's all there is to it. So now everything loops. And because I'm going to be smart, I'm going to save the edited instrument in its original spot. That way, forevermore, that patch will be looped. Hooray! Yay. Gotta love this stuff. And this is called Symphonic Bows. I like to keep the name of the game in there. Symphonic Bows. Mario Kart Wii. That way, if I ever want to exchange it, I can. But now, I should be able to loop all my stuff. Cool. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Come on, that little boop is the best. That totally sells the track. Like, that instantly makes it feel like Mario. Or like Nintendo, like Wii, doesn't it? I mean, where else do you hear this? Like, Mario, that's it. And that's one of the iconic things. And what better way to show potential clients down the line, which is what I use this stuff for, to showcase different eras of music. Of course, the ultra compressed strings. I think this could use a little bit of reverb, don't you? I mean, nothing good, of course, because the Wii sucked at reverb, but let's just put some really bad reverb on there. Maybe not true verb, but let's use, I don't know, some just dumb and bad. Like this. There is something to selling the era of a track when you use bad plugins, like bad reverb. It like really sells N64, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and Wii music. It's funny that it does, but that's just those consoles had terrible reverb. And I intentionally really want that lead to be in our faces. But that's why I have the delay on it. That way it kind of fizzles out. Like, can't you hear Mario going, wah, wah, woo. Yeah, now kind of listening slightly to the original. This needs some kind of high strings. Something that's in that higher register, I think would do really well. So I'm just going to call that strings melody. must. Let's see. Let's see what string options we have that aren't that one. From Mario game. Mario Kart Wii would be the place to look. They're not always called strings. They always have some funny names. These different old libraries. Which is why it's not super easy to search. That's why I organize everything by game. That way I wouldn't get so terribly confused. Because if you try to sort by instruments, it's just going to be a joke. There's a cellos one. That sounds interesting. So maybe something like that if I swim it in some bad reverb. Oh, here are the strings from Zelda. Skyward Sword. This one. Patch. And maybe I can throw in some these. All right, my pedal has run away. Give me 1 minute of a break. Let me go stretch. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, friends. Break's over. Cut it out. No more pizza. All right. Eric says, did you just make Song of Healing with Lostwood? There's your mix for the day. Oh, lordy. Let's finish this thing. I think I just want a string melody on top and some kind of bell thing on top as well. Doubling it. What's up, Sam? There's a lot of Sams in the chat today, like 3. I don't like those sounds very much, but maybe a glass vibraphone. That sounds pretty epic. Just experimenting here. Ooh. I don't remember that from Skyward Sword. That's very spacey, like starry. And it kind of reminds me of the gamelan from But I kind of only want it to live in the second half. Hey, sorry about that. Doorbell rang. Yippee skippy. All right. Where were we? I'm trying to make some bell stuff. It really does sound like Chrono Trigger, doesn't it? I could write an entire track with that patch alone. This is from Skyward Sword. I should say, none of these patches are from the games. They're just made popular by the games. That would be so cool with some delay. Let's play with that for a minute. It's called a glass vibraphone. That's cool. That's a pretty cool line. Getting so lost. It's fun to play around though. Matt says, do I use Super Audio Cart? No, I really don't. I have it. I'd rather find the actual real things than... That must be when Link plays the grass or something. What is it? A Epona song. It's also a very Mario kind of sound. That is the Chicken March. Koji Kondo's greatest contribution to society is that piece of music. It's so good. It's like the most earwormy thing. right, back to the track. I think that's the answer. Maybe not that sound, but that melodic idea. I think that's the right direction. So let me grab the orchestra. There it is. That's gorgeous. That's so good. I didn't have enough space to play that high D, but that's what I meant. Yeah, oh, that's gorgeous. That's exactly what I wanted. Really doesn't need anything else, but just an idea I want to explore for a second is some kind of perk, some kind of drum kit. So that was so iconic for that era. There's a drum beat on everything. Usually some kind of electric hip hop type of groove. So I want to see what's available. I mean, there's a ton to pick from, but there's a lot from these games. Try this one. This is the Asia kit from Super Mario, New Super Mario Bros. There's your gamelan. Okay, hold on. You guys are funny. Who said that? Michael, you said, am I having pain in my right hand? No. Am I showing that I'm having pain? I love that. That's the Zelda sound from Oot. So many good sounds here. I think for the first half, I want and the second half I'll do the that's pretty cool. It gives it a little bit more life and energy. You don't have to have this layer, but I think it's a nice addition. I'm going to try to closely watch the pizzicato to try to match the rhythm better. That's tricky. Time. Last one. Cool. That's all correct. And now I want to add the hit. I wonder if I can keep the same rhythm. Like literally copy and paste the groove, but then add those hits. Great question from Eric. He says, when did stylistic use of delay first make an appearance in video games? My best guess is Sega Genesis era. Even though it wasn't a true delay, it was actually a copy and paste of the same information but offset by a 16th note or a 32nd note. as I've shown in trackers before, how you can do that. You literally just copy and paste, but it's not a true delay. The first actual use of delay, I think, was Super Nintendo, because it actually had a dedicated sound chip where it had the delay effect, and you could just apply it, a percentage of it. It didn't actually have reverb, but a really long delay was considered a reverb. So pretty interesting. I think this is ready. This is done. If I add any more layers, it'll cease to be what is good. And I'm just gonna do some basic mixing. Cool. I think this track's done. I had a lot of fun making this, playing around with some Wii sounds. And what I've learned when I'm writing this type of music is whenever I go back and grab these retro VGM samples, I'm so inspired that I have a tendency to overwrite. I have a tendency to just, I hear a new sound. I just want to write this new track with it. But you got to harness it in and some self-control here. And I think part of the inspiration of video game music is like, there's so many ideas, and part of being a professional is really chopping away at the ideas and being more selective and simplified, and like saying no to the lesser ideas, actually say no to the good ideas to leave room for the best ideas. And that's really what it means to be a master of anything. Think about a master sculptor, right? They start with a giant clump of marble and they're just chipping away at it. They start with everything, but actually the final product requires saying no to a whole lot of things. And there has to be some kind of vision in the artist's mind of what they want to make. And this is actually about what I wanted, what was in my head is I wanted this kind of planing movement in the electric piano, and I wanted the strings to match it, and I wanted some kind of bass and drums to kind of give it some emphasis. So I think I finished what I set out to do. So I'm happy with this, and hope you guys had some fun in the process. And I'm proud that knocked that out in about an hour and a half, a minute of music. That's pretty awesome. So sometimes if you guys are lacking inspiration, if you really don't know what to write, but you want to write music, you don't have any active projects or whatever, pull a clip from one of your favorite games and rescore it yourself. write your own music, because it's crazy how inspiring. Like, I would never use those boop, 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 boop type of sounds naturally unless I was thinking about Super Mario Galaxy. So just a cool way to inspire different tastes and genres and styles. And just, it's another awesome track to add to your portfolio. And of course, you can sell that in a game music pack or license that to a game developer, or maybe that opens a door to a conversation that leads to a custom soundtrack. There's so many good benefits to writing music that kind of stretches you beyond your comfort zone. But at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. You have to stop and have to call it finished. So this is me saying it's done, it works, it's functional, it's cool, it's one style, one vibe, one melody. Let's move on. So hope you guys had fun. And final little shout out. I want to give one more invitation to everybody here. The Video Game Music Alliance is currently open. I'll pop that into the chat one final time. If this is of any interest to you at all, Video Game Music Alliance.com. Check that out. There's actually currently a 3-day free trial if anyone that wants to give it a shot. This is a limited exclusive group. We only take a certain number of people at certain times of year. And the purpose of this is we keep it really small, really tight, so that the people that are involved are super involved. They are doing the assignments. They are contributing. They are asking lots of questions, and we're diving in deep. I spend a lot of my week doing this because this is really important to me, to have a place, a community where video game composers can grow. They can level up in their music composition, their production, their technology, and their business skills. Everyone's good at one of those. Maybe they're good at two, but rarely is everyone good at all four. And if you're not good at all four, you're not going to make it as a career in this industry, because it's a very, very brutal industry, and there's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of no's. And the people who break through are those that really learn to master all four of those skills. That's what we do. So anyway, you guys will check it out. All the info is on the page there. So have fun. Let's play out the final clip. This Super Mario Galaxy style authentic. This is an authentic Wii track because I used authentic samples used in those games, and I stuck to the limitations of the console. So therefore, it is authentic. Let's play it on loop and let's have some fun listening back. You guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Obviously, for doing this stream today, I will not be here this Thursday, but you guys have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.